Well, sorry about that. Let's do take two. My camera just decided that it wasn't going to play overhead, and so I've had to restart, and hopefully you will be able to see everything that we do today. Anyways, this is Ocean Friends. As soon as I saw this in the main catalogue, I just thought this was absolutely amazing. We have had stamps with crabs and whatever. One of the things that amazed me is when I received this box was how big the stamps are. They genuinely are huge. And without further ado, I'll show you what else comes in this suite. So you get a wonderful embossing folder, like so, which is soft waves. It's one of the 3D ones. It's nice and thick. You get a selection of dies, and I've just realised I've got them all over the table because I've been using them. They will cut out various, that's a seaweed, a lobster, a crab. I'm just going to find the rest of them. And what they also come with these amazing, really, really, really lovely gems. Look at those. These are called Sunny Day Iridescent Dots, like so. And we also have lovely, vibrant colours. We have one of my old favourites that they rebought back in, Lemon Lime Twist, Melon Mambo, Pumpkin Pie, Calypso Coral, and the brand new Summer Splash. Now, I suspect there's lots of you out there thinking, hang on a minute, because these aren't seaside colours. But anyways, we'll have a go and I'll show you what I created. So I'll take the inks out of the way. And, oh, the only other thing I haven't shared with you, let me just move my gems and these dies and the stamps in the embossing folder. And look at this paper. Oh my word. This is what sold it to me. 12-inch pieces, as always, double-sided. This one has got the little tiny lobster, angelfish. We've got Nemo. I found Nemo. Angelfish, jellyfish. Incredible colours. Absolutely love it. And on the back, just a very simple, calming orange. And then look at these here. These can be cut out with the dies. The dies fit exactly over them. That's what I've been doing. Look, I'll just show you. You pop your lobster on there and you put your crabs on there like so. Absolutely stunning picture card. The other side of this one is like so. Oh, it's not because I can't pick them up. Is more plain orangey pinks. You've then got, I presume if you wanted to, depends where you cut it, a seascape, sandscape, sunset with the melon mambo on the back. Another one with the bottom of the sea here with your corals and your seaweed and your urchins. And this one has more orange on the back, lots of orange in this one, which is unusual for Stampin' Up, which is a colour I love, but you don't get to use it. Look at these little starfish, and the starfish have a calypso coral stripe on the back. And then the final one, I know this is Caroline's favourite, and we're wanting to know where the sea, be listening Stampin' Up, where is the seahorse stamp? We've got seahorses and shrimps and pufferfish and squid. Absolutely wonderful. Now, without further ado, what I'll do is I'll pop those right out over the way, and I'll bring in a couple of cards. Those of you who've managed to watch Caroline doing her celebration papers will have seen something very similar to this. I used exactly the same design. I took some strips. I took an ordinary card base, which in the UK is 10.5 by 15, and we cut 4 strips of paper. And on the paper, I then just used a different background. So this one is the lemon lime twist, and this one is pumpkin pie, and used exactly the same paper, same sentiment and my gems. And then on the inside, I'll show you in a second, the crabs, well, all the stamps are what we call 2-step stamping, and I'll explain how that works. But I just think those are a bit of fun. Ideal if you end up with a pile of straps at the end as well. Now, another card that I really enjoyed making was this one. Definitely an alternative Valentine card. And I have just used the dies to create the lobsters. And then I have taken 2 pieces of DSP, basic white cardstock, stamped on the Love You, and raised them up with dimensionals. And there we've got a very interesting, very simple little card. And then the one I like really much, and we will be making this one at my next workshop on the 18th of January, if you're able to come along, says Hello Friend. And I've used lots of the dies. I've used the embossing folder on white. My background is the Summer Splash. I've used the white embossing folder. I've cut the seaweed out in Summer Splash. Lobster direct from the paper, crab direct from the paper, tiny little starfish that are up on little tiny things. These are the sentiment, Hello Friend. And then on the inside, we've got the crab. And I've also put some Wink of Stella on him. Now, I thought you might quite like to see me actually create something with some of this. So I've been busy in between, and I'm going to use one of my favourite card layouts here. And it's a bit winging it, but we'll see. So I have a card base, which is 14.8 centimetres by 10.5. Mine is in Berry Burst. And then I've cut another strip of 1 inch, which will fit. The middle is there, the score is in the middle, and it's like so. And it's folded in half either side. Now, before I need that, I've taken 2 pieces of the DSP. I'm going to use the starfish. I'm going to find some glue. She says that one's very light. And I'm going to just simply glue this DSP. My DSP is 10 centimetres by 14.4. And that will fit just inside like so. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on here. So I've done both the inside and the, oh, very sticky stuff is our Tombow glue. Try it. I'm not winning. Try it. There we go. Try and line it up so that you're almost done like the inside of a book. You see what I'm doing? And then this is where the fun's going to start. So you're going to take your piece of card and you need to make sure that you've folded one end in, folded it in half, and the other end will be there. And all you're going to do is to put glue on this end here, quite a lot because you want it to stay put, but not so much it runs out. I like to put mine just up from the bottom, so not completely along the bottom. It's entirely up to you. There, you're then going to fold your card shut, so this should all fold into itself. You see what we're doing? Fold your card shut, And then this one, if I open it now, so if you turn it over, put the glue just on this end. Your little strip was 1 inch by 14.8 and folded in half and folded. Don't just sort of guess. It's much, much easier and much more accurate if you actually fold yourself up, fold your card up and make sure your card closes and just hold it for a couple of seconds, all nice and square, and then it will pop up. And then for the front of this card, I've chosen to use the DSP, which is a bit more ombre. And I am just going to glue that like so onto the front directly. And then in terms of decorating my card, let's have a see what we've created. You can probably see I've been die cutting. I have lobsters, I have weed, I have crabs. I don't personally, but there are crabs available. I suppose you have to be a bit careful about what you say that to. So let's have a think how we're doing this. And I'm just thinking on the inside, I think I'm going to do it just so my lobsters just pop up. So I'm just going to glue a little bit of glue on his tail here, in the middle of his tail. And I'm just going to pop him on there, hold him on. So that if you can see, he now is going to pop up when the card opens. And I think we'll have a crab on there too. Same sort of thing. I don't obviously want the glue all over the back because it will end up creating chaos. There we go. And then I'm going to tuck a little bit of the weed in between them, just down there. And in fact, I'm actually going to use my snips. I'm going to just modify this. I'm just going to snip up there so that I've got one little piece of green. And somewhere, I thought these were double-sided, I've got an orangey piece. Now, if I'd have had my brain on when I was doing this, I could have actually used the self-adhesive strips, but they're not too bad. If you're just gentle, don't squeeze too hard, squeeze a little bit. There we go. And just put a little dot. You don't need gallons of this stuff. I think it'll stick forever. Hoping so. And I'm just going to place him down inside behind that crab there. Just tap him in place. And then I'm going to bring a piece of the orangey one. And I'm going to just, oh, actually, let me see. In my little packet to my left here, have I got, I'm hoping, oh, can I put my hands on any? Yes. Mini dimensionals. These are gorgeous if you've got a tiny project. And I'm just going to put one there and one there. So these are not as big, hence they're called minis. They work in just the same way. They do if you take the backing off, Louise. There we go. And can't get the backing off. There we go. So I've got a, oh, I fished my seaweed up by accident. There we go. Pop that one in there and pop him down there. So can you see I'm now beginning to build the inside of our tank. Now on the front, I'm going to close that one up. I'm definitely going to use a bit of the seaweed again. I'm going to just glue this one. Now, for anybody who's interested, this Friends of the Ocean suite is found in the mini catalogue. I'll show it to you later on. It can be bought as a complete suite, or you can just buy the pieces you want. As I say, I am featuring this at my next workshop here in Retford. If you want to come and take part, let me know. It will be in person. I'm not doing this one through the post. There we go. And then I'm going to add a lobster he's going to be hiding here. He is going to have some dimensionals on him, but because he's bigger, I'm going to use the larger dimensionals. And I'm going to just pop him on here, like so. He's going to stand up that way. And then we're going to bring in the pink crab, like so, again on dimensionals. There we go. I'm going to pop him down here at the bottom somewhere. Oh, there we go. And I definitely need to bring in some of these wonderful, amazing gems. I like to use a take a pick to pick mine up and pop them on. I find it much easier. There are two sizes. There's large. I've just lost that one. There's large. I'm going to do them in twos. I'm going to have two pink ones. And then if I had all the time in the world, I could add lots of little starfish and other things. I'm just going to, because I like to keep them in fives. I heard Caroline saying about gem backs and where they get to. I've got one on there that won't go away now. So we've got so far. Now, the next thing I need to do is just clear these bits, push them to the top, turn round, and I need to find the stamp set and have a look at the sentiments. So we've got thanks so much, which I think is lovely at this time of year. Somebody's giving you something really very special. So we're just going to grab that and a block. And I've already punched out a little small circle because I know it's not going to go on the front. I'm going to pop it down here. And I'm going to use, looking at those, I'm going to use the Summer Splash ink. So our inks, all the ink is water-based. It's great fun, it's very forgiving, and it's very vibrant in colour. So that's going to go on there. There's thanks so much. And I'm just going to pop that down there. I'll clean it up in a second. And I'm just going to find in this stamp set, there is some, oh, there's some bubbles. Not sure why we need bubbles, but who doesn't want bubbles? Like bubbles, same colour. I'm just going to put a few bubbles on my little sentiment. And you can just turn it round till it fits. There we go. And I am literally just going to, oh, maybe I should put a little bit more weed behind this one. And that's what we'll do. We'll put a little bit of glue on the back. This is the beauty of these projects, is you have an idea in your head. I find the easiest thing to do is have an idea in my head, to go for it, cut out lots of pieces that I may or may not use. And I am going to use some dimensionals on here too. And like so, build it up to how you want it to look. And that's going to go on there on dimensionals. I'm also going to bring in a weed coming out my ears. I'm not sure you're supposed to say that either. There we go. A green blob on top of one of the bubbles and a little green blob on one of the other down there. Okay, so we've done that part of the inside. He's standing up like so. This one's catching, so we need to just curl him round. If you just bend him, he'll be fine. And then I've got another space here you can see. So have a look on the front. I've just noticed there is another sentiment that I think were really useful that says, hello. So let me just show you the sentiments again. So we've got thanks, love you, hello friend. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hello friend like so. I'm going to grab a piece of white card. I'm going to stick to the same hello summer splash. can get a bit too many colours. I'm going to just do this like so. Stamp it like that. Hello, friend. But what I'm going to use are my snips, and I'm just going to cut hello off. Let's see what that looks like. If I don't like it, what have you lost? Not a lot. I don't like it, so we'll stamp it properly. We'll try again. Just put the stamp down. Don't like that at all. And that's the beauty of Stampin' Up. There's never a mistake. It's just a happy accident. I need to just grab my trimmer, which is behind me, bring my trimmer in, slice that little sentiment off, like so. Pop that over here out of the way. Grab the sentiment. As I said, I'm so pleased that people are finding us on YouTube. It's a new venture for us. I've been crafting 8 years. My ladies have been with me for about 3. And we just thought it was an ideal time, brand new catalogue, digital age. Let's have a go and see if we can share all these wonderful products with you. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to need to move that bobble there, is I'm just going to slide that under there on the front, like so. Hello, friend. There we go. Lining him up by eye. There we go. And we're very nearly there. I'm just going to close him up, and I'm going to use the other weed at the other end of the card to put a bit more seaweed on, bit more seaweed in down there, over the top, like so. And then this one can have a bit of pink because I've done it out of the DSP, so it's double-sided. Oh, who hates it when their ink won't do what you want your ink to do? Pop the pink on there, like so. What other colour? We've got a different colour crab. I might see if I've got a different one. I might make another crab. No, I'll pop him on there. It doesn't matter. What's a crab amongst friends? Quite worked out who I'm going to give this one to, but there you go. That's my first card of this afternoon, and I've just got a little bit more time, so I will just show you a different way of using some of this product of this suite. But that is a simple fancy fold, a card that is measuring 14.8 by 10.5 with a foldy band that gives you a little bit of wow. So I'll just pop that up over there out of the way. And I just want to show you what else we can do. So I've used the embossing folder. I hope you enjoy this. I've used the embossing folder to emboss. Remember I said it was like a wave? I've embossed some of the DSP. Okay. And so I've got some pieces of that here. I'll pop those over there. I've got, oh, I can't get hold of them. I've got some other little animals here. And I've got a lobster, an orange lobster, a green crab and an orange crab. And I was hoping to have, oh, there it is. And I just do need my trimmer in again. Thought I'd cut some of this. I probably just chopped it up. I need a piece of card which is 9 centimeters by 13.9. There we go. And what I'm going to do with this is take the stamps because I think they're fun. Now, oh, I've lost the lobster. Can't stamp with the lobster, he's run away. No, there we are. These are what I told you are two-step stamping. So depends on how you wish to do it. I prefer to do the solid stamp. In this case, it's the crab. And I'm going to stamp him in seaside spray. And I'm going to try and make a pattern on here. There he is. I always find it better to let him go off the paper a bit more. Turn your paper, not your stamp, because your eye will always want to stamp straight. There we go, like so. And then what you need to do, that's the solid crab. You then need to choose another colour. And I'm going to not try this. May or may not work. Any of you know me quite well. I'll give anything a try once. I'm just going to use Melon Mambo. And this is the stamp. I hope you can see he's the outline. So you give him a good stamp. Good thing with the polymer stamps, you can see. And then all you do is you line up your stamp like so over the top. Straight down. And you add the definition. You've got to remember which way you've turned your stamps. Add the definition to him. Downside of the glass mat is you end up with a puddle, but I'll get rid of it in a minute. There we go. And I'm going to just pick that off like that. I'm going to bring in my, oh, I've lost it, Hello Friend stamp. And that's another tip actually. With these polymer stamps, they're obviously wobbly wibbly. Lay it down and pick it up. And then you pick it up straight because it's ever so easy to pick it up with a bend. And I'm going to come off here again. I'm going to need to wipe. Like so. I'm just going to find my chamois because I'm disappearing into a puddle of pink ink. I'm wearing a cream top. That's really not a very good idea. Let me just move this away from here. Ever so easy. Oh, it was. All gone. Sorry for the squeaking. So there we are. I have a simply stamped card and I'm going to grab my glue. I know I've got a full one because I've just put it over there. Must be this one. And do I need another Hello Friend up there? I think I do. Funny how when you stop and then you look again and you think, no, actually that's not right. Just get that off there again. The only trouble with the red and pink inks, they are very, very red and pink. There we go. And the other thing I've just seen, because I'm having fun now, doing what I like doing, which is stamping. Let's find the splash ink. And let's add a few bubbles. Not sure where the crabs blow bubbles. Here we go. All stamped, all beautiful. And then you can literally take your piece of white card. You can glue it carefully to a piece of embossed cardstock, coordinating cardstock. I love the fact that everything in Stampin' Up coordinates. Go, pop him on. like so. And there you are. You've made a really instant and easy card base. Now, I've just looked up and seen I've been going for plenty of time. So I'll close my inks. I'm going to add a couple of gems to this one. Oh, I'm just looking at my crabs, whether I ought to put a crab now. Put another crab on. No. And I'm just going to add a couple of 3 little turquoise summer splash gems. And if you find me on Facebook as well, you'll see these cards completed, posted later on in the week. So I do hope you've enjoyed it. It's been lovely sharing this week with you. As I say, I don't know about you, but every time I get a new catalogue, there'll always be something that jumps out at me. And this was the one because I absolutely love the papers. I love the cards you could make. And I'm looking forward to doing it on the 18th of January at a workshop here in Retford. And there are my cards. Thanks ever so much for taking part. It's been lovely sharing with you. And I hope I've inspired you. If you do want to purchase these suites or part of the suite, I'll put a link up for how to purchase them directly from me. Create yourself a customer order and it will be delivered directly to your front door. But thanks ever so much for watching. It's been really, really good. And I hope to see you again soon.